So I didn't finish college. I was going to college, and because in those days I couldn't have been a lookout because I would have been a higher GS. Been GS 6 and lookout start at GS, I don't know what I started as, a GS 1 or something. They go to 4. Since I lived locally and had no other things that would interfere with the job, so to speak, a husband, family, or anything, they made me a 1313. They had to pay me 13 pay periods, whether I was on the lookout or not. If we couldn't get there, then I helped. I did some planting of trees, and the burning, I was the weather taker, since I didn't do for some reason wasn't allowed firefighting. Didn't have some critical thing there, and so I wasn't out torching them off. I was up there telling them it was off. And this is what they discovered that I would do for them. I had to get a CB. All the lookouts then had CBs if they didn't, along with their telephones, so they could talk to their husbands and things, So I had to call a gal I got to know on Herd Peak, and then which was clear across quite a ways distance on the CB, for her to call Oak Knoll on the telephone to send them up come up and put the fire back in their lines, So they got better, but Collins was all right. I could see my house from Collins and everything, but it was getting pretty hot, so when they mentioned that the people that had been on Lake Mountain for years retired, and they were local people. I asked if I could, they were going to make it just a temporary thunderstorm lookout. And I had been up there one time visiting, and I said, no, you can't do that. It sees country that no other lookout sees. And so I asked, and between the two districts, Scott River District and Oak Knoll District, they said they would, and so I got to go up there. And, the 1313 kind of threw a little bit of a nuisance into it, since I went to work early in the season and stayed late, but when the roads weren't open. So we started another problem there with opening the roads. They would be completely off the road, thinking they were on it, and when the snow melted, they weren't. So we had quite a problem there. I finally made them not open the last half mile because it was delicate stuff, and they were chewing it up with the bulldozer. Lake Mountain was now is the oldest one being used in California.